I was just finishing up some reports when I noticed the envelope on my desk. Thick paper, expensive, my name written in delicate, looping handwriting. No one had seen who left it. My stomach tightened as I glanced around the office. Everyone else was busy, typing away or murmuring into headsets. I hesitated, fingers hovering over the seal. Then curiosity won. Inside a single card. An address. Time 8 p.m. No explanation, no name. Just that. I checked the address on my phone. An upscale restaurant, well outside my usual spots. My first thought was my boss. Had he left this? Was it a test? A business meeting? A setup? He wasn't the kind of man who played games, but he was unpredictable. I glanced at his office door, closed. Nothing unusual. Then another thought crept in. The boss's wife had been to the office a handful of times. Always composed, polite but distant. Never speaking more than necessary. There was something about her, though. The way her gaze lingered a second too long. The way she always seemed to notice me before I noticed her. Had she left this? It was absurd. There was no reason. No connection. But the idea took root in my mind, growing stronger with every passing minute. I tried to focus on work, but the envelope sat there, a quiet presence pulling at me. The more I ignored it, the heavier it felt. By the time the clock hit 7, I had already decided. I was going. The drive felt longer than it should have. Every red light stretched time. Every turn made me reconsider. My reflection in the rearview mirror looked different. Tighter jaw, restless eyes. The restaurant was dimly lit, elegant. People sat in hushed conversations. Soft music weaving through the air. I walked in, scanning the room, heart pounding. And then I saw her. She was already seated, wine glass in hand, watching me. No hesitation, no doubt. Just a small knowing smile. I swallowed hard and walked over. I sat down, pulse hammering in my throat. She looked different, softer, more open. The carefully guarded expression she always wore in the office was gone. For a moment neither of us spoke. The silence stretched, thick with unspoken things. "I'm glad you came," she finally said, swirling the wine in her glass. I exhaled, forcing a small chuckle. "I almost didn't." Her lips curved slightly, as if she'd expected that. "But you did." I searched her face, looking for answers. "Why?" She held my gaze, then sighed, setting her glass down. "Because I wanted to. Because I've watched you for a while, and I think you've noticed me too." A confession, direct and unashamed, sent a jolt through me. I had noticed her, but I never thought it was mutual. She leaned forward slightly, fingers brushing the stem of her glass. "I'm tired of feeling invisible. My husband. He's a great man in business. In our home. I barely exist." I should have stopped her. Should have said something safe, something neutral. But I didn't. Instead, I let myself relax. "That must be hard." She laughed softly, but there was no humor in it. "It is. And I don't know why I'm telling you this, but here we are." I could feel the weight of the moment shifting. The tension between us had always been subtle, buried under politeness. Now it was out in the open, undeniable. "You don't have to explain," I said. Her fingers grazed mine, a fleeting touch, but it sent a sharp current through me. I didn't move away. Neither did she. "This isn't just about him," she murmured. "I'm here because I want to be." A dangerous admission. One that left no room for misinterpretation. The waiter came by, but I barely registered what he said. My mind was spinning, my heartbeat loud in my ears. She picked up her purse, standing smoothly. "Come with me." I hesitated. "Where?" She smiled, eyes dark with something that made my breath hitch. "Somewhere we can talk." It wasn't just talking, and we both knew it. The hotel room door clicked shut behind us, sealing away the outside world. My pulse was unsteady, my mind battling between reason and desire. She stood near the window, her back to me, as if giving me a final chance to leave. I didn't. She turned slowly, her expression unreadable. "Are you regretting this already?" I swallowed, my throat dry. No. A flicker of something crossed her face. Relief, maybe. She stepped closer, her perfume wrapping around me, familiar now. Her fingers brushed my wrist, hesitant at first, then firmer. Then stop thinking so much. The first kiss was careful, almost testing. The second wasn't. Every unspoken thought, every stolen glance in the past months led to this. Her hands found my face. Mine traced the curve of her back. The world outside ceased to exist. Time blurred. Between whispered confessions and tangled sheets, she told me things she hadn't told anyone. How she used to dream, how those dreams shrank over time. How she became a shadow in her own home. I listened, tracing circles on her skin. And now, she exhaled softly. Now I feel alive again. Guilt lingered at the edges of my mind, but it never fully formed. Not when she looked at me like that. Morning crept in too fast. She was already awake, staring at the ceiling. "We should be careful," she murmured. I nodded, knowing careful wouldn't change what was already set in motion. She turned to me, fingers grazing my jaw. "Will I see you again?" The answer was already there. In the way we couldn't let go, the tension at work shifted. My boss, once indifferent to my presence, started noticing me. His questions seemed casual at first, small talk observations, but there was something behind them, something calculating. "Working late a lot these days?" he asked one afternoon, eyes lingering on me a second too long. Forced a chuckle. "Trying to keep up." He nodded, but his expression didn't change. I told myself I was being paranoid, that there was no way he knew. But then came the close calls, the near misses at the hotel, the way she tensed whenever his name appeared on her phone. One night she messaged me first. "We need to be more careful," I agreed, but deep down, I knew we had already been reckless. Then the mistake happened. Single text. "I miss you," sent too fast to the wrong number. By the time I realized, it was too late. The next morning I was called into his office. The air felt suffocating. He didn't yell. He didn't ask. He simply slid his phone across the desk. My words glowing on the screen. Slow, measured breath. Then finally he spoke. "I trusted you." I had nothing to say. Nothing that could fix this. "You're done here." His voice was cold, final. I walked out, the weight of my choices pressing down on me. She never called. Never texted. It was like I had been erased. Weeks passed before I heard anything. A mutual friend mentioned she had left him. Disappeared without a trace. No goodbye, no explanation. Just gone. I stared at my phone, waiting for a message that never came.